Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Do we have sound? Yes, we do. Sound room. Do we have sound? Uh, Gavin says first one. That's for sure. And Gavin says, "Hello, Mehran. Hello, Gavin. Male 27, Tennessee. I just made my tea and sat down. Good idea. It's kind of chilly here. Like it was raining all day and still raining. So tea sounds really good. And he says, "How are you? What you been doing today?" Well, today I went to see my mom after 3 months. We could actually sit in the same room, and with my son and my ex, we all went to see mom. And my brother was there, so we had a good talk and we laughed and refreshed seeing each other after what? What is it? June? It's kind of mid-June, mid-May, 1 month, mid-April, mid-March. Yeah, 3 months. 3 months. And then I went to my, we went after I went to my son's and played with Rain. And Rain was very happy because all of us were there. And so then my son and I laughed our heads off for about at least half an hour. Just we couldn't breathe anymore. We couldn't breathe anymore. I mean, especially him. All right. Sagata says, male 31, India. Hello, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Sagata. Good to see you. Rolling On says, hi, Mehran. Hope you had a great day. Thank you very much. We were just talking about it with Gavin. And sure as heck I did. And thank you very much for asking. Male 33, Texas. And Gavin says, Mehran, since you know some words in other languages, it's time to teach you something in Hindi. Sure. Namaste, I know, I've heard Namaste a lot, but I have to research the real meaning of it. Because it's very positive and very respectful, but at the same time, I think there's more to it than how it's being used. And Casey Ho Up, it's two A's there. So is it up or up or up? Longer A or double A or just regular A pronunciation? Casey Ho Up. Casey Ho Up or Casey Ho Up. So how are you? Thank you for that. Thank you, Gavin. And then we have Rolling On saying, just opened my beer, he says, and ready for a good show. Oh, yes, well. All right. You may. It's a good show. Who knows? And Nikki says, hi, Mehran with 3 N's. Hello, Nikki. With many eyes. And she says, hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, dear. I'm good. Roller Girl says, hi, Mehran and all. Crystal, 55, Las Vegas. Hello, Crystal. Good of you to join us. It's always nice to see you. And DG Media says, hi. Hello, DG. DG, what happened to protocol? See, everybody says gender, age, and where they tune in from. Same thing, if you will. And Gava says longer A. Longer A. So that would be KC Ho Ap. It sounded a little Chinese to me. KC Ho Ap. So I gotta fix my pronunciation. KC Ho Ap. Kisi ho aap. I have a Chinese accent when I speak Indian, don't I? I have to practice. Kisi ho aap. And Roller Girl says, nice to see you too. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. DJ Media says, I was on early. Yes, I know, definitely. I'm sure, I know you've been here early, but every time, you see, these people have been here for a few years, and they still, when they show up, say, for example, Gavin, M27, Tennessee. So, and he's been, he knows this channel for over 2 years now, if not 3. What is it, 4 maybe? I don't know. Yes, DG, I know, but it's every time, because I don't remember really. I don't know if you're 17, 19, 22. There's so many here. So it's not that I don't know you've been here before. It's about every time we have the same, ritual. And Eunice says, hi, male 20 MAR. MAR. What is MAR? MAR. What does MAR stand for? Which country? Morocco. It's supposed to be MOR maybe, no? Morocco? Or is it MAR is short for Morocco? It says, hi, M20 MAR. Hi, I miss you all, guys. Okay, you're here now. Gavin says, okay, Mehran. How now you're ready to go out date Indian woman? Yes. As I said, as soon as I open my mouth, they say, what? What'd you say? Hopefully I didn't say anything wrong with my pronunciation. And DG says M16 Texas. Thank you for that. Eunice says Morocco. Then what is MAR? Eunice? There's no A in Morocco. So what does MAR doing there? All right. Let me have a sip of this tea. So Gavin, I guess you have your tea. So there we go. Yummy. Marmaroc in French. I see. Thank you for that. I learned something. Marmaroc. I see. There is Siri again is trying to interfere. How many times did I tell you don't interrupt me when I'm talking with my friends? Gee, this rude assistant. Siri. Let me shut it down. There it is. Now go make noise now. All right. Rolling on says Mehran, I have tendency to lick my wound emotional for a long time. How can I get over things fast and not get stuck? Can you explain a little bit more? I had not heard that I lick my wound for the emotional stuff. You mean you reminisce, you ruminate? What do? You keep thinking about it? DJ says best tip to deal with OCD. Which tip? The videos that I have, or are you going to write the tip? Gavin says yes, I have pomegranate tea. Oh, really? Where'd you get that? But is it mixed with black tea, or is it just straight through pomegranate? I had one pomegranate with blueberry, and it was really good. But somehow I finished and I don't know where I bought it. I can't find it anymore. And says, I believe it's an American great brand. I don't know if you have that in Canada. Great Brand. I've never seen Great Brand. There's something brand called Great Brand here. Always remember, guys, if you have your tea bags in these plastic ones, don't use them, because when you put them in hot water, if they're plastic, the what is it? Microplastic microfiber of the plastic will release in hot water, and you guys will be ingesting it, and it goes through the bloodstreams and cause lots of things. So make sure your tea bags are just regular old-fashioned paper, and preferably the brown ones, not the bleached ones. Gavin says all pomegranate tea only. Wow, that's beautiful. You know, I used to just pour a little pomegranate and hot water on top of it, or a little bunch of blueberries and then hot water, and then smash them in there. And then I used to have a raspberry juice, pure without sugar, and hot water on it. It was all, not raspberry, cranberry. And it was all good. But I haven't found straight pomegranate tea. That would be wonderful. Rolling On says, yes, ruminate things for a long time. Like keep listening videos on how to get over enough. I have learned over enough. Enough I have learned. Are you being a Yoda today? Enough I have learned. I've learned all the knowledge. I think you have all the knowledge that we talked about it a lot too. That how you can combat it is really focus on the fact that what you're doing, you're going into memory, and you can't fix anything by going into memory. You can't change anything, because there's no need to change it at all, because it's all in the past, and past is dead. It doesn't exist. What doesn't exist? Why needs to be modified or changed or fixed? It doesn't exist. It's like saying, I don't know, somebody's gone, and now you want to go into the coffin and see that if you can, I don't know, fix their tie. Nothing exists to fix. That's how you should look at it. And when you go into memory, you can remember it, but there's no actuality to the memory. Nothing exists. So when nothing exists, nothing needs to be fixed, even if you remember it. Remembering is not actuality. It's just, I remember that I saw that movie. But by seeing the movie, the actors don't show up in the street or in front of me. So what is it that you want to change? You can go in the memory and keep changing things in the movie, but the actuality of the movie, if you get the video, is the same. Even the video is not alive. Everything is done, finished, dead. No need to fix anything. If there's something bothers you, it's gone. So now you got to focus on life, so it won't be so accessible in the memory by random. And even if you want to recall it, you can't, because you haven't thought about it for so long, because you've been busy doing your normal things in daily life. And where the real life is. When you're in the memory, and memory is the past is dead, then your living is living in the past, which is living in the death of the past, which means you lose the actuality of life, which is happening right in front of you, right where you are. So you're doing two things. You're not making any changes there because it's dead, doesn't exist. Second, you're missing the actual life because you're not here, you're there. So if you logically look at it, there's no reason for you to be in there. Yeah, Rolling On, you're right about the BPA thingy, yeah, plastic thing. So I think you have enough just to know that the remedy to that is to be engaged all the time with the present, with the efforts that you're making and whatever it is that you're making the effort. Just be focused on that. When you do that, then you're in the present, in the now, in the moment. And in the moment, there is nothing there to bother you. There's no memory in the moment. You see, we're the past. We're always the past. There is no memory in the present. So if you're in the present, there's no memory. So you'll be free from that nonsense. And knowing that if you go to the memory to fix something, nothing is there in existence, in reality, in actuality to be fixed. It's all dead. It's all gone. Finished. There's no problem there. They will never bother you whatsoever. So think of it that way. I got it rolling on. Don't worry about it. I was just making a joke about writing like Yoda. It's cool. It's all good. And Amit Agarwal says, 37 male USA, is dating a new person before I am over my ex in order to get over my ex faster necessarily unhealthy? Well, it's good. There's nothing wrong with it, but the one that is unaware of it and you can't tell her is the lady that you're dating. It's not fair to her because you're trying to use her to get over the ex, but she's there because she thinks you're genuinely interested in her. But you're using her as a shield. Don't. Just get to know her. Get to know the new one. And then admire her when you're getting to know her. And be yourself. And then automatically the old one gets away. But don't have that intention because that's not fair to her. If you just want to get over the ex and then, let go of this relationship, that's not going to be cool. And DG Media says, the fact that my thoughts aren't welcomed by me means they aren't real, right? That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, thoughts are never real. That's why they're called thoughts, not reality or actuality. So all thoughts that appear are useless, irrelevant to you, and meaningless. The topics doesn't matter what kind of thoughts. All thoughts that appear in your head pop up. That's what the brain does. It makes thoughts, and these thoughts could be anything. And some could be HOCD style, or pedophile style, or harm style, or responsibility OCD, or all kinds of thoughts, but none of them are relevant to you. That's what you should focus on. Don't worry about what thought it is, or question the thoughts, or try to data hunt it, or debate it. It doesn't matter what topic the thought is. You got to focus on the fact that this is irrelevant no matter what. It's intrusive thoughts, unwanted thoughts, unwelcome thoughts, thoughts that I'm not interested in. That's all. The fact that it has shown up, it doesn't mean that you're interested in. The fact that it's shown up, it doesn't have any meaning whatsoever. It just means there is a malfunction in the brain, which we all have it, and intrusive thoughts is part of having a brain. But knowing that it's a malfunction, then you wouldn't be focusing on, what is this? You just say, okay, it's like somebody farted, and you don't go data hunting. Oh, what did you eat? What kind of, oh, really interesting. You don't do that. You just, oh, chef. You move away. That's it. Because that's all it is. A malfunction. That's a biological malfunction. This is a brain malfunction. And it's all worth the same. Nothing not need your attention to it. As long as you notice and identify that that is a fart, that is an intrusive thought, that's not interesting to me. That's the attention that it's only needed to recognize it, call it for what it is, intrusive thoughts, and then move on. You recognize that, call it for, oh, that's a smell, that's a fart, thank you. You move on. Same thing. Oh, that's an intrusive thought, that's OCD, that's HOCD. Oh, not interested. You move on. That's all. You keep doing it, you rewire yourself. And that's how you deal with it. It's don't be bamboozled. Don't buy into the thought. What is thought? I've explained that 100 times. Thought has no actuality. So there is a me, believe in the me. And what you're interested, what your values are, what's meaningful to you, and that's all. Engage every thoughts against that, and diss all the thoughts, ignore them, move on. It's like you recognize the enemy and say, oh, unit, move on. Move on. You might turn around and shoot it too. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. Just keep ignoring it. It'll eventually learn its lesson. That there is no takers here. Gavin says it's called Steep by the pomegranate tea is called Steep by Bigelow. Yeah, we have Bigelow here. I'll go look it up and maybe see if they have pomegranate one here. Then I'll get it. Oh, you mean Bigelow is great American blend? Yeah, we have Bigelow here. I'll look it up. I might actually hang on. I have one that I had forgotten about. It's a pomegranate, and that's organic pomegranate. It says since 1912, organics. Oh, that's what I don't want. It's got white tea blend with black tea and the pomegranate. So that's not good. I want pure pomegranate. This is probably great. I'll try it later. I forgot. It's tea bag. But I don't drink black tea these days. I always did forever. And he says the product is always good quality. It's that trust, and I can buy any of their tea without anywhere. Yeah, they're good. They're good. I mean, I have not heard anything bad about them. And Rolling On says it seems like a solution to every and any problem is to live in the present. Absolutely, you got it. Because, look, the problem is thought. There's no other problem. The problem is thought. That's why we want to be free from the mind, free from thoughts. Freedom from thoughts. That is the key to happiness. All reactions is from thoughts, towards thoughts. Emotional reaction, physical reaction, all thoughts. And when thoughts is screwy and the thought is rogue and pops up, throws out all kind of these, like you're in presence of someone that one moment is normal and second moment is vomiting and throwing up, spitting and sniffing, just disaster. That's what thoughts are, all kinds of them. And it's thinking that is doing their job because the brain's job is to make thoughts to protect you. It's all to protect you. Tries to bring out horrendous scenarios in order to keep you alert just in case, so you'll be aware of it. That's what it's doing. But in the meantime, it ends up bringing lots of nonsense up, and then people who don't know the difference between them and thought, they get confused and they start thinking there's any meaning to it. And Rolling On says you should look into benefits of Tulsi tea. I think I did, and I think it's got some good stuff in it, but I forgot. I got to look it up again. And Sagota says, male 31, India, sir, do you always deal with your thoughts and anxiety as easily and smoothly as the way you always tell us? Not necessarily, but when something bothers me, I quickly remind myself. And right now, by now, it's pretty much automatic because I've been doing it for a good while. And the more you become alert and aware of the separation of thought from the me, and from yourself, and thought being two separate systems, then you'll be safe. Because you never, ever again think that something else is making decision for you or introducing. You will use it as its place is, an apparatus, a feature, a tool. So thought is not your teacher. Thought is your subordinate, is your servant. Thought is a tool. That's it. If you understand that, you're good, because you always have to judge it and see, is it behaving? So that's why I always ask, please watch those 20 videos on my intrusive, transient, OCD, HOCD negative thoughts. Although it's about that sort of thing, but it tells you a hell of a lot about relationship between you and thoughts and their place and all the roles they can play when you don't train them and they go rogue. Everybody needs to watch those 20 videos. Not all at the same time, one at a time, maybe 2 a day, max. Lily is here, says, good evening, very good evening. Good evening to you too, dear Lily. And DG Media says, you skipped my comment. No, I didn't. I addressed it. Yeah, I addressed it. I said, just keep doing what I suggested, and then you'll be fine. Because you're reacting to thoughts. It's not a reality of you. You're reacting to thoughts. And again, you need to watch those 20 videos to know exactly all your answers, all the questions you have. Otherwise, if I want to answer every bit that you come out with, then it would be like I'm cutting into the actual answer just to address that. And I can't address that unless I go back and bring you with the knowledge that I want to share with you. But all that is already done in that playlist. Intrusive, transient, OCD, HOCD, negative thoughts. There are about 50 videos in there, but you need to watch 20 of them, and they're numbered. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. All the numbered videos, there are 20 of them in that playlist. Watch every one of them. And then you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be good. You'll be good. You'll have all the information you need. And if you needed more detail, let's say on Dr. Schwartz's work, all those and all the other psychotherapists that are listed there, or scientists, Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Weiner, and many other therapists and psychotherapists, and regular people's videos as well. You watch them all, and you will have enough information to know what's going on and to relax about it all with knowledge. And Amit says, I posted a follow-up question above. Sorry if follow-up questions are not allowed. No, I missed it. I will check it out. We're not that busy. So let's see. I don't see a follow-up. There's only one. Oh, there is one here. Oh, because the first one wasn't the question. It says male, 37 male USA is dating. I see. Yes. Yeah, okay, I answered that. I remember. Okay, now there's a follow-up. It says, after a 2-year relationship ends, is it normal to feel intense grief and obsessive, wishful thinking about reconciliation is it normal for these feelings to last for months? How long is too long? I would say more than kind of 3 weeks is too long. Like, the reason you do that is somehow you kind of feel like you've lost the world. You haven't. Honestly, you haven't. You created an image of you and her in your mind, as that image is what others want to see, and others will grade you. The world will grade you as the level of your success is to have that image that you created being with this girl. Or for one reason or another, you turned that girl into the world itself. You put her on pedestal, or whatever you did, you created an image as if she is the whole entirety experience of the life. Because you did that and you brainwashed yourself about it through the couple of years, she somehow became so important to you, or I don't know, whatever the reason was, intimacy, sex, how pretty she is, and all that stuff, the image you created that kind of an echelon for her, which is bullshit, but you did. And now that it broke up, you think actually you're buying into the bullshit that you created, the image that you created. You actually think you lost the whole world. You actually think you've lost the whole entirety experience of the world, because that's what you had made out of her in your mind about her, which was total nonsense. Nobody, what was she doing? Had she brought a cure to common cold, or what? Was she feeding the elderly and the children and protecting the women, and what? Bringing medicine and food to people who need it around the world? What was she doing that she was so amazing? What? All it was that you had made something out of her that nobody is, and you had sex with her. And we love women, so you love sex, and so she was giving it to you, and that was your world. But you had condensed the whole experience of the world to that intimacy, to that sex. You had turned the whole excitement, opportunities, experience of this life journey into her vagina. And to you, that was the world. Now that she's left, I've got the world has crumbled. I don't have the world anymore. You never had the world. That wasn't the world. There's so many amazing women out there that if you tell me that this woman, for some reason, is the cream of the crop, I mean, it's laughable. It's not laughable to you because you have brainwashed yourself for 2 years that this is the fact. And the intimacy and all that. And now you got to find another one and let her know everything about you and all those memories. Nonsense. That's what life is. They come, they go, and then you build another one. Another relationship. You get to know another amazing person. That's what life is supposed to be. What do you think you came here for? The actual experience of this journey is based on a temporary journey. The whole life experience and expectancy of us being on this earth is temporary to begin with. And in this temporary cycle, temporary venue, you're expecting to make a permanent situation out of something? That's what you're crying about, because you thought this is permanent. The whole life is temporary, but you want the relationship to be permanent. She's another biological being. She's just going to change her mind. She's going to go through changes in her consciousness and have something else she wants to try. So she thinks the grass on the other side of the fence is greener. So that's what she's going to find out. And you're a man, you're supposed to be ready for these changes in women and in life in general, that you're supposed to maybe you lose your job. What are you going to do? Cry? You don't, because there's other jobs. But when it comes to relationships, suddenly, my world there's no other woman around. Yeah, more than the number of jobs that are around. So if you really focus on what I'm saying, you will see that you're fine. This is one more experience in life that you're supposed to learn and be good at it, so you'll be invincible. Simple. Many things else go wrong, but you don't really think of the whole world has gone berserk. But when it comes to relationships, suddenly, oh, why? Because you made your relationship to be like if it was the whole world itself. Don't do that. All right. Mm-hmm. And we have DJ Media says, okay, thank you, sir. Have a good one. You're welcome. And thank you. And Sagota says, thanks. I will start watching those 20 videos, though you have told us several times, but I didn't. I will watch few today after this live stream. Yeah, just watch a couple. The first one, number one, is about, I think, 26 minutes. Maybe that'll do it for today. But the next couple are shorter ones. But they got lots of information that it's wordy and sometimes maybe repetitious, but you need all that to get it all. Everybody needs that to get it more kind of sink in. So that's okay. Bear with me. And Lily says, how was your meeting with your mom? Oh, you remember it. Well, pretty good. Thank you very much. Mom matters always makes me emotional. Oh, you sweetheart. No, yeah, we had a great time. We went there and we all had a good time. Hadn't seen my mom for 3 months. So it was all good. It was all good. Thank you very much for asking. So looks like we are 40 minutes in. We've got another 20 minutes to go. Now, Lily, I have a suggestion for you. I'm not sure why you put silly Lily, but my suggestion to you is that when you call yourself, even for fun, a negative connotation, some word that has a negative connotation, that bit by bit affects your consciousness and drills you into you that you're silly, that you're not serious, that you're not smart, you're not intelligent. You're giving a unbecoming nickname to yourself. And although it's fun, and I know why you did it, you probably said, Lily, so silly, it sounds like rhyming. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, it's fun. But subconsciously, when you constantly see a word, like if you put a word, write a word, a positive word, and put it on the mirror, every day you go in for a mirror to wash your face, you will see a word says, you're great, or says, I love you, or you're a great girl, or a great woman, you're going to do great, you're going to pass your exam, or something positive. That's going to have a heck of a great effect on you and your abilities and capabilities in life in general. Then you put a word on your mirror that says, you're silly, you're not serious, you can't do it, or something to that nature. That will eventually get you become less of what your capabilities are, because you're drilling that into yourself. I mean, even if you write a nice word on a paper and stick it to a bottle of water, the molecules of the bottle will feel something positive, because every time you look at that word and the bottle is right behind it, you feel something good. And that energy of good, represented by that good word that you have written on that water bottle, extends that energy to the water. And the water molecules change in their shaping, very symmetric, very beautiful, and they become even healthier. But if you put a negative word on a bottle, let's say, if they look at under the microscope, they'll see the molecules are not symmetric. They've created a little bit out of order. And that tells us that the energy that each word has, when you see the bottle or when you just put it, the intention When you're writing that word, good or bad, there's an intention. When you put that on something, it's going to affect them, because that's how you had that energy in that word. And when you were sticking it on the bottle, you were actually extended that energy, whatever it was that the word was representing. And so the same thing you're doing here. So if possible, maybe you can say, I don't know, something just Lily, or lovely Lily, or nice Lily, or, something like that. I just think that way, yeah? Good, good. Yeah, just leave Lily, or say lovely Lily, or happy Lily, or something like that. That would be much better. And Adrian says, hi Mehran, it's nice seeing you on the live stream again. I usually watch your live streams every night from either New York or Florida. I wanted to know, how do you get over attachment issues in life? Sometimes attachment is needed, but when it's no longer needed, that's the problem. And you need to rewire your brain through your activities to create new routine and new mechanical processes, which are the things that you do during your day, and through which you create a new order, new discipline, a new routine. And these new routine and new things to do, which creates the new order in your life, will create a new environment that you would have to be concerned with, and what's in it, what's in that circle of concern. And then while you're focused on the new things, naturally you're not focused on the whatever it was creating that attachment for you, whatever it was. And eventually the synaptic neurons that have created that bond between you and whatever it was, they become dormant. They're not so active because you're not so much focusing on what it was, and you're focusing on what it is. And eventually they start being deleted and your attachment reduces. Now, again, depends on what kind of attachment you're talking about. If it's with parents, well, it's pretty much permanent, and even when they pass, then you start kind of moving on in a way while they're there, but you will get used to the fact that they're there, but they're not there. But if you're talking about attachment in a relationship, for heaven's sakes, you got to recognize that it's not the end of the world. There are other girls around, and that's how you deal with it. You got to understand that there's no reason for me to be attached to this person, because this person is not how she used to be. And if she's not how she used to be, that means she's changed. If she's changed, that means she's not how she used to be. And I liked how she used to be, and she's not how she used to be. Therefore, why would I like her? I liked how she used to be. She's not how she used to be. I liked how she used to be. I don't like this person, obviously. Then why would I then think that I would be missing her? No. But the problem is you don't focus on her actuality today. You don't focus on her persona today as how she is today. You're looking at her, but you're superimposing her character as it used to be in the past over this physical body. Then that doesn't allow you to see her persona as it is today, because you have imported the old persona over her, and you think this is the one, therefore I should still have her. But if you take the old persona back to where it belongs in the past, which is no longer in existence, and then you see her as her actuality is today, you will see, well, that girl, I don't want someone like that at all in my life. We're not compatible. I'm not interested in that behavior, in the way she treats me, in the way I'm not compatible with her. So you disqualify her. When you disqualify her, you unwant her. When you unwant her, it's easy to move on, because no longer you're attached to the dock. Your boat is undocked, and you go on. But as long as you keep thinking she's the same person as she used to be, well, it's going to be hard to move on. See her actuality, reality, the truth of her today, then you will judge on the basis of, is this person now is qualified that I would pay my attention to or not. If she is not paying attention to you, she doesn't deserve your attention either. That's the end of that. Gavin says, Mehran, I'm thinking about starting 30-day challenge to do meditation. I start, but I don't stick with it. What's your advice on staying disciplined? You ever miss meditation? Yes, I do. That's when I'm lazy. When I think, oh, I've got it all, I'm good, I can do it, I can do it, I'm in control. But that's not about being in control or having done it so many thousand times. It's like saying, well, I've breathed enough, I know how it is, so I don't have to breathe anymore. It's supposed to be part of your living. I've eaten enough, I had good food, so I don't know how much I used to eat, and I used to eat a lot, so I don't need to eat anymore. No, just as we need to eat constantly, like, in the right time, and breathe always, meditation is also one of those things that you got to be doing it every day. It's not like I've done it many times and it's good. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really good for you, and I've done it, so it should be enough. No, it's like saying I've had food and I've been having it for a while and every day, but I've had it enough now. It's enough. No, every day you need it, you use it for that day. Meditation the same. You need it, you use it for that day. The next day you do the same. Why? Because all the shit that is happening to our brain and everything else is happening every day. It's not like no longer garbage is showing up in our heads, or no longer we are challenged by different things and different challenges in life. No, it's constant. So you want to be strong physically, you exercise constantly, you eat constantly, you drink water constantly. You want to be mentally healthier, you meditate constantly, every day. This makes sense. If you see it for what it is, then you do it. We are all logical people. We don't have to wait until we're sick to say, oh, I should have had vitamin C. Oh, I should have had maybe an orange or some fruit. Oh, I should have some good vegetable. Well, you got to know that and do it. Knowing something is not the same as doing something. Both positive and negative. It's always the same. So if you know something, it doesn't come to reality as long as you haven't actually committed to it and done it. So you need to eat, thinking about, oh, I need to eat. It's not enough. You got to eat. You need to meditate. Well, it's good that you know it. It's important, but it's not good enough until you actually meditate every day. Simple. Gavin says, I spend an hour in nature every day. I go for a run or go study in nature. It helps a lot, but I think I add meditation. It would make a difference. Absolutely. Being in the nature and being mindful is very good. It gives you similar benefits, but adding the meditation to it takes you over the top. And that's perfect. And you know that because there are things that meditation does that just being mindful and doing stuff doesn't do that completely. And being in the nature is great, but you're still active, and the brain is more active than it is when you're meditating. So you need to do both. Well, guys, it's 53 minutes. We've got another 7 minutes. We're trying to keep it scheduled as before. There's so many live streams that we've done that I'm behind in trimming them, and there's so many good stuff in there that I really want to get them out, and takes time. And I think I'm a little bit, I don't know, I mean, it stops me because it's difficult to keep cutting on the laptop. I should get a mouse so it will be easy on the wrist. Otherwise, I would have not kind of fell out of the routine of it. Gavin says, it's discipline part. Lol. Oh, I struggle with. I will keep you updated. When you keep doing, trick yourself by doing short ones, like doing just 5 minutes or 2 minutes. And then you'll see, 2 minutes wasn't enough. I can do 3 minutes. And then before you know it, you kind of used to that. And then you get into the groove, and then you choose to do 5 minutes. You choose to do 7 minutes. Because you don't do long to the point that you will be in the meditation, you're thinking about when is that minutes are finished? How long has it left? So when you want to increase it, just increase 1 minute. 1 minute, you won't even think of it. And then you might actually add 2 minutes. So to the point that you wouldn't be scared of doing it because you allocated such a big, duration number to it. Sagata says, sir, you skipped 2 comments of Adrian and me above Gavin. Did I? I think I did the Adrian's. The one that says, the attachment. I didn't skip that. I did see it and addressed it. And yours? Oh, yeah, I did skip yours. It says, male 31 India says, sir, sometimes I feel that it's really hard task for you to teach life, understand to people almost half your age. It's not always easy for them to understand and apply, but your process is best. Thank you. I appreciate that. You remember the story of the old man in the park, that I was much younger and I experienced that interaction when I was meditating under a willow tree early morning in that park? I don't know, you probably heard that story. And I remember in my conversation with him, an old man, all white hair, I don't know where he showed up from. There was nobody in the park. Definitely nobody where I was sitting and meditating. I opened my eyes, he was there. And in my conversation, he said, I should find that bit and maybe trim it. He said, you don't have any mandate to teach everyone. You share, and the ones who were interested and had the aptitude, fine, you continue. The ones who don't, you pass by, you move on. So pretty much same thing I remembered always. If somebody is interested to learn, well, I say what I say. And they'll pick it up and do something with it. If they don't, it's like seeding, you seed the earth, and some grow, some they fall on the rocks, they don't grow, some do. But you do what you know. So I do what I do, and it's up to the people who are at the stage of their life that they want to learn something, or they want to go through it the way they have, or the way they think they should. Harshil says, what are your 2 cents on how a relationship should be or should not be? I don't have change, that's why I don't have anything to say about that. Harshil, I know what you're saying, but that's not really that cordial, is it? You know, you're 22 years old and pretty much have 3 times of your age. And as much as I love to be everybody's, buddy, but it does take a little bit away from you when you say, "What's your 2 cents about this?" It's not a proper English for such situations. Maybe you can say that to a kid or in high school or college that want to know their opinion. But it wouldn't sound really that good when you say it with a man who's sitting here and has got 3 times your age. What do you think, Herschel? Don't you think so? Doesn't look good on you, does it? Adrian says, thank you very much, Mehran. Your advice and videos truly helped a lot. It was regarding an ex and woman in general. So I guessed it right then. Sagota says, as you 8 p.m. live stream is almost 8 a.m. in India. 8 p.m. here should be 8:30 in India, no? So from past 5 days, I have been doing deep breathing exercise along with listening and also interacting with you. I'm making this my habit now. Okay. But you got to do that on your own too, because someday we may not have this show every night. Who knows? Gavin says, I think in life our purpose should be to be satisfied with ourselves and find that inner peace, provided you do your best. Don't be lazy ass and sit there and say, oh, I'm satisfied with myself. No, bullshit. You've got lots of capabilities. So, I'm talking about, when I say you, I mean in general, everybody. So we got to do our best before we say that. If we make the right efforts and, do our best, then okay, yeah. We got to be satisfied and have that peace. And then we read the rest of your paragraph. It says, money, career, and materialistic things should be just extra to add on. Yes, they should not be the leader of your life, but they are within your capabilities, and you need to do them to be able to have that tranquil times that you want without worrying about where the next meal comes. So you got to take care of that part, economics, and also appreciative and grateful to what you have. So that'll be a good combination. All right, guys, I think we are right on top of a 1 hour by 2 minutes. So this time I say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to talk to you again, maybe tomorrow at 1 p.m. Vancouver time, or tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Vancouver time. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.